Well, there we go, right on cue. The goal scorer, first goal for Chester, number 9, Chris Sim. Well, there we go. But a bit like the dynamic duo, with his second and Chester's third goal this afternoon, number 9, Chris Sim. Goal number 4 for the Blues, scored by substitute number 16, Bradley Burns, and appropriately sponsored by the Burns family. with goal number 6 for Chester. Number 3, Matty McGinn. Matty sponsored by Diva Forge and Robbie Bruce sponsor in memory of Stephen Hendry. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point we'd like to thank all our sponsors today. For the programme, Mustard Print, for the match ball, Kevin Coughlin, and today's match ball.
Come on, Bradley! Come on, Bradley, lad! Come on! Come on, lads!
Okay, there we are, and let's hear it from New England's Blue Knight Army! And very many thanks once more for your attendance this afternoon. 2,100.
So Neil, is it safe to say that's the perfect way to bounce back from Nantwich?
It is, yeah. As I say, there's a lot of criticism after the Nantwich game. Some of it justified, some of it totally unjustified. As I've said all along, I know what I've got in my dressing room. You know, Monday, you know, I think it was a one-off. I hope it's a one-off. But you know, we've played the way we can play today. You know, we've beat a very good side. You know, 6-0, and you know we've just got to stick together in there, which we will continue to do, and hopefully now we'll get on a run.
How tough has it been then since Monday? Was there a lot of pressure on the players for today's game?
I don't think there's pressure. There's been some very critical people out there who've totally gone over the top, in my opinion. I'm sure it's the same in the opinion of the players. You know, we beat FC United, we beat Stocksbridge. I didn't see many, you know, a few pats on the back. We lose at Nantwich, you know, in a very poor performance. And the criticism, if I'm honest, was an absolute joke. But you know, we put ourselves in there, so you know, get on with it. You know, let's be honest, it's a minority. There's over 2,000 people here today, so you know, let's not tar everyone with the same brush. It's a very, very small minority who, in my opinion, have gone too far. You know, critically with on the day. You know, we all get upset by results, no more so than me. But you know, I know what I've got in my dressing room, and I keep saying it, and I'll continue to say it. We've got the best squad in the division, and you know, judges in April, don't judge us in August.
Now, a lot of talk about Chris Sim and Ian Howard after Monday as well. Yeah. Was that the perfect way to say, sorry we were late, boss?
Well, it is. It depends how you look at it. Some people look at it that, you know, that's why you should have played on Monday and you would have won. I disagree. You know, both of them are good lads. You know, they've made an error of judgment on Monday, but I've got to manage a group of players. I've got to manage a football club. Anyone who manages, will it be in work or will it be football, know that you can't leave yourself wide open, because you know what happens next time somebody else is late. You know, your credibility goes totally out the window. You know, we've done a lot of work mentally with Simo on how to get the best out of Chris. You know, I have, and Gary and the coaches have. You know, and I think we're now seeing the Chris Sim that we signed. And I think Chris Sim is actually getting back to the best that took him to Southport, the goals he scored in the Conference North, because he's playing to his strengths. And you know, we've done a lot of work with him. And you know, the coaches here and myself, you know, we've worked hard with him, and he's obviously reaping the benefits, and obviously we will as a club.
So then 6-0 today, Brad. Is it safe to say that the dressing room is going to be a much different place than it was on Monday?
Oh yeah, everyone's going to be happy. Everyone in the ice bath, George having a wee in it, everyone will be happy in there.
And as for you personally, came on, first chance that you've had, came on, get a goal. You know, there's not much more you could have done, really.
Couldn't wish for anything more, mate. Couldn't wish for anything more.
And nice to get playing time, obviously. It's something that you've waited for. The reaction of the fans, a little word for them?
Just thanks for keep supporting, keep the faith.
And obviously looking forward to midweek, Ashton United away. Must feel you've got a chance of being involved there.
Yeah, hopefully I get a look in, get a game we could do with a game.
6 goals today in 6 good goals. I mean, was it pleasing more the performance as well as the result?
Performance was great. You know, they done everything that's asked of us. You know, I hear people say, "Oh, you have this hoofball." Well, if hoofball's putting the ball into good areas and playing to your strengths and getting your forwards running down the sides of people because he's one of the quickest players in the league, if that's hoofball, then I'll continue to use it. You know, you look at North Ferriby today, good football inside, passed all day, probably twice the amount of passes that we had, but we've won the game 6-0. So, you know, I think, as I keep saying, you know, there's ways and means of playing football. We play to the strengths that we've got. You know, if we could get it down and make 30 passes and score every time, you know, we wouldn't be playing in this division. I wouldn't have players that to be playing in the football league. We play to our strengths. Our strength is get it into Matty's body or get it off Simo, and we go and squeeze up the pitch, and that's the way we play, and that's the tempo that we play at. And I've got to give great credit to the players today, because they took, as I say, a lot of criticism, both internally and externally, because we've had some harsh words in that dressing room before the game, and they've responded with a fantastic performance. And we took a little, our home form wasn't great last year, but the last 3 games at home have been fantastic.